You know, I think a lot of us health practitioners get into what we do because we have a problem. But what happens to us when we are health practitioners and we get a problem and we can't solve it? It's pretty easy to lose faith in what we do and get discouraged by what we do because we can't solve our own problems. So this is Bob Griffith. He's a chiropractor, and for the last 5 years he has been going through a spate of niggly injuries. He can't ever get himself right. He can't solve these constant ongoing problems. Now, he does everything he can. He goes to see the best people. He does all the rehab. He does all the strengthening, the stretching, core stabilization. He does everything he knows, but he still can't solve the problem. And that's where he came to see me. And since I think differently about what I'm trying to do, I thought I'd share with you how we got to the bottom of his problems in only one visit. So here is the first time I saw Bob. He didn't really tell me a lot about the actual injuries. It doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do for him is give him back a body that actually works and doesn't get injured all the time. So here's his first visit. Lift this leg as high as it'll go. Hold onto the table, point your toe, roll this way, and pull down to the floor hard, go. And now unwind, back up. That's great. This one, up, over, pull down. Down again. Pull up. Okay.
Just like discomfort on that when I was doing it.
You felt that, didn't you?
It's been felt tight because I was doing some single leg work a few days back. It's been a bit domsy since then, but whether or not that was a factor, I'm not sure.
Straight across that way, go. Bend your knees slightly. Now pull across. There it is. Pull across. And this one up, same thing, bend. Not so much. Pull across. Pull. So pull across that way. That one engages. This one, bend. Pull across that way. Doesn't engage. And we got that same weakness when you rolled, right?
Yeah.
So it's an adductor psoas type weakness.
Yeah.
So stage one is find the problem.
Yeah.
You know, get the markers for the problem.
Gotcha.
And then once we have a reliable indicator of the problem, obviously you've just got to find out how to get rid of it.
Easy, right?
It's always easy.
Part of the fun.
So fortunately with the crowns, what we do is we'll get you to bite on something. So as you bite on that, we redo the tests, stretch this long, really give it long, push it out hard now, and now straight up. And now when you bend this knee and pull across your body, and raise up high, and roll this way. Now hold the table, hold onto the table. And then pull down. Right. Okay, so take it away. Hold the table. Roll. Pull down.
Yeah.
You can start trying any time.
When you're ready.
Bite it again.
That's hilarious. One sec. Gotcha.
Good.
It's just tight, which nothing, there's not, I can hold it.
You can drive it.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
drive it down.
I've got it, yeah.
But if you take it away, now when you try and drive it, there's nothing happens. And if you do the tooth next to it,
Alright.
push down. So
Hold it though.
the big one is this. Yeah, sadly.
Okay.
When did you say you had that?
2011, spring 2011.
And things have been getting
Since
worse
summer of
since then.
2012, I started accumulating musculoskeletal, tenderness and
Injuries.
bits and pieces, but and yeah, various forms. And obviously, I've been have to do my admin on it. You know, I'm not daft, so it's sort of trying to make sure I'm rolling the tissues, doing my mobility work, doing
You do
everything.
all the standard stuff.
Yeah, and some. I've done some funky stuff as well. Going to some interesting sort of things on digestion, done some gut health work. Making sure that I was, had good clean systems rather than just that.
So sit up. So tell me what you've been doing. You've been doing all the standard stuff. So rolling, massage, exercise.
Yeah.
You're obviously
Try needling. I've been working on flexibility, core stabilisation, plenty of
had chiropractic.
My colleagues work on me. Done some extensive sort of musculoskeletal classic standard.
But you come in today, you've still got your weaknesses, even after all that, because none of that can change these weaknesses.
Yeah.
And then we figure out that it's actually coming from the interference from your crown.
That would make a lot of sense.
And it fits the timeline, and it fits the history.
Yeah, it's sort of before that I was pretty injury free.
Yeah.
I was sort of just turning 30 that ruined me. But the reality is that I thought, oh crap, I haven't gotten that wrong. I went travelling for a year. Didn't really do anything too extensive, but then I came back and just started picking up all these little niggles.
Yeah.
And then obviously rested, unloaded, managed it well, as I should. And then, but found that I'd get back on the bike or I'd get back to training, and then something else would just kick in and it would cause me trouble.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's frustrating that you do everything right and then you still hurting.
Yeah. I'm 34. Not 110. So.
So I love the fact that my practice is really simple. All I need to do is find the weakness and fix it. And you saw then how we found the weakness in his adductor, and we found the cause of that muscle inhibition. And so all we need to do now is get that inhibition back to normal, and his body will work much better. So here he is, 2 months later. He's had the work on the tooth done. Let's see how it turned out. Bob, you had your tooth done.
Yeah.
What did you do again? You took out the
crown, metal posted crown.
there's a post in it?
No, sorry, metal
Bonded porcelain.
bonded porcelain, yeah. And then 7 fillings, 7 amalgams taken out.
Oh, okay.
From top and bottom.
And so what changed after that?
It sort of felt a little bit lighter in terms of my mental state. I felt emotionally a little bit freer almost. That was the noticeable thing. And then on my right leg, when I'm training, doing single leg squats, my knee wasn't deviating inwards anymore, so I didn't have any kind of collapse on that right knee, whereas historically I always would have.
So always in the past your knee would come in as you did the single leg squat?
It would cave in to some degree, and I'd have to use some kind of like support band or some sort of resistance or reactive training method to try and get it out into a neutral position.
And so people would always presume that that was down to the way you were training, or that you had to train certain muscles and try to move differently?
Yeah, the muscles and the external rotators were weak and they weren't guiding the knee joint through its range of motion sufficiently, or that I was lacking range of motion in my ankle. That was the thing. And I would always have to do a ton of opening up work, stretching work to start off with, follow that up with a corrective activation technique, and then a full range of motion.
But no amount of training ever corrected that?
No, corrected during the session, but it would have to start again. I'd have to do it again. As if I wanted to do a single leg squat well, I'd have to do that again each time. And I just thought that was just basically just going to be, I thought it was due to some sort of mechanical bony end range change in my hip, or some sort of anomaly that I was born with, that I just didn't have some asymmetry that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
But,
and you just accept it as normal?
Well, kind of felt like it was always been normal. I've had the amalgams in since 15 probably, or all of them by that point they were probably all in. Yeah.
And now you realise it was just down to the dentistry?
Yeah, it was all a bit messed up. Yeah.
But it's fine. Yeah, good. So you're pleased you had it done?
More than happy. Yeah, exactly. Ecstatic.
Okay,
Cheers.
So that was a great result, but sort of standard for the Afferent Input paradigm. We get amazing results very quickly because we understand the process of changing Afferent Input. So if you'd like to know more about that, we have a free course giving you the essentials of Afferent Input, and you can find that with the link on this page. So I hope to see you soon, and I hope you'll learn more about the Afferent Input. If you're still stuck in those old models of rehab and exercise, you will get great benefit from this course. You will learn why those approaches don't work, why they work sometimes and why they don't work at other times. And it's those other times that you really need to be up to speed on why Afferent Input matters so much and what you can do to change it. So I would encourage you to take this free Essentials of Afferent Input course, and look forward to seeing you in that course and on the other side. See you soon. Bye.